Right guys, I'm out with the A6700 this morning. And Nick's here somewhere as well if he comes in the shop. There he goes. So Nick, I've known you for what, a year or two?
No, about 2.5 years now.
2.5 years, something like that. And first time we met was, I came down to you, didn't I?
You come down to me, yeah, and then, no, we actually met when we done, I come to you because it was with the 200-600.
Oh, that's right, yeah. So we did a, there is a video miles back through the channel. That was at Pet Level, wasn't it? And,
yep.
Yeah. And the Dungeness as well, didn't we?
Dungeness,
that's right, yeah.
The whole day,
yeah. Anyway, Nick's going on holiday and he's really interested in either the A6700, which obviously turned up just at the right time, or obviously the old school beast, which is the RX-10 Mark IV. So he's playing with this at the minute, trying to get his head around it and see if it's what you want. You know, for everyday absolute beast machine, it's brilliant. You know, everything from planes that are taken off at Heathrow to wildlife to portraiture to whatever you want, really. So far, loving this thing, but at the same time, you've still got to have different lenses. So even though the RX-10 is older, some of the levels of like functions and stuff on it are absolutely mental. They're still like A9 territory. In fact, it can do 24 frames a second with no mechanical shutter, with no rolling shutter or anything like that problem at all. It's a game changer on that thing. Obviously, compared to the A6700, it can do 11 frames a second, which isn't really a problem. No. But you've still got to take lenses with you. So if you're going on holiday and you could take this, I suppose 18 to 135. It's quite a still small package, and you've got all the new focusing systems and all that sort of stuff. But I think real world, that's still the best camera out there for everything.
I mean, Stuart invited me up to test this camera out because I've got the Sony A1 and A7 III, but as Stuart said, taking 4 or 5 lenses away with you and knowing that when you go somewhere you've got the wrong lens, I'm thinking that this is going to be an ideal package. Now, I've done some tests inside, keeping the ISO about 1600 to 3200, and straight away I'm very impressed. It's focusing well in dark light. Out here it's picking up people's faces, so at the moment, yes, it's getting there. This might be my camera for the holiday. Yeah.
Well, not that one, because I'm not that generous.
Well, yeah. He did say I could have it for £200. No, he didn't.
Yeah, no. I mean, if I could give it to you, I would, but no. Anyway, we are at Brooklands Motor Museum. So this is where a lot of racing happened in the years, and this is the banked part of the circuit, which is nuts. You know, if they were racing at 150 mile an hour or something around here on that banked circuit, absolutely crazy. So we're having a look around. We've been into some of the hangars and all that sort of stuff, but yeah, we had a little walk around here as well, so we just thought we'd have a nose and see what it was like. But you imagine that in the old days, in a car that was skinny tyres and very basic, probably with no safety involved. And I have seen pictures or videos of cars going up over the lip, which, you know, there was no railings or anything. So just imagine that as a racing thing compared to F1 and things like that today. Absolutely mad. But anyway, we're going to carry on and keep snapping, and we'll be back soon.
See, when you're doing your things.
Yeah.
That's bloody cool.
Set the GoPros in the shot, but never mind. Take it off. Yeah.
So that's radar.
No,
That's the radars here.
no, it's not radar.
Is that not radar?
Oh, is it?
That's your navigation system.
Oh, hello, look at that, it's got a map in it. Not that we can see it on the
Oh,
GoPro.
yeah. Wow.
It's called a moving map. And it's, as I say, 52 years old. There were no satellites 50 years ago.
So as you're flying in that direction, the map would move in that direction.
Yeah. It's like a sat nav.
Yes, yeah, but
it's
it's not a digital version, but
an analog
version. Yeah.
It's an inertial navigation system, basically.
Is anything moving when I move this stuff or not?
The rudder moves if you press
does
the
it?
pedals, yeah.
Does it actually move?
Yeah.
Can I see out that?
You watch the vertical bit right at the back.
Yeah. Wow.
You see it?
I can hear it. Yeah. Is that hydraulically assisted at all? Like just literally just me doing it with like cables?
Yeah, it's just cables.
But I guess more speed you're doing, more stuff like that, it would build up the...
The more difficult it gets, but also the more effect it has for a smaller movement.
Yeah.
So it's a trade-off. Yeah, the rudder is purely mechanical.
So
Everything else is hydraulic. So nothing else works at the moment because we've changed all the hydraulics.
Yeah, of course. Crazy.
The nozzles on the side, which rotate,
Yeah, for the hovering and.
they're actually pneumatic rather than hydraulic. Under that's solid.
You can get in, so you say you can get in.
Well, he reckons he can't.
It's my
No, he
stomach.
said he couldn't get out.
That's different.
But it's actually quite comfy. Obviously.
I'll tell you what, I bet it's claustrophobic.
Yeah, I'd feel. I mean, I don't get claustrophobic, but I reckon you would be a little. I mean, you probably get used to it, I guess.
Thing is, you
But
have
your
no
view
idea.
is mad, isn't it? When you look in.
That's
Try and look through
unbelievable.
there, how little amount of space you've got to look through.
Battle dress, your G-suit,
Yeah,
your
helmet.
suit, your life jacket,
Yeah.
your dome.
So ventilation-wise, do they get ventilation? Is that what these little holes up through here are on the sides?
Yeah.
Is that ventilation or something?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, it's good. The thing is, ventilation.
It's got air conditioning, but you know those slots there are really important.
Yeah.
They're checklists.
Oops, I can't go further.
So what happens is the pilot puts little pegs in there,
Yeah.
and that shows the ground crew he's done the checks. Clever, isn't it? Yeah, it's an analog system for
So-
checking.
Probably felt safe.
Yeah, there are 5 safety pins basically.
Push the rudder. Nick. You can move the rudder around. Oh yeah.
See?
Yeah. Amazing.
Yeah, I can.
And a spare seat at the back as well.
This was a training aircraft.
Ah, right. I was going to say I don't remember it ever having.
No, the instructor would sit in the back.
Yeah.
And it's got dual controls,
Ah,
so he can take over if he needs to.
free man.
Just take a picture.
That's cool. So you can see with Brooklands, there's aeroplanes, there's cars, there's loads of other outbuildings and stuff. They've got everything from push bikes to motorbikes, really old-fashioned cars, loads more. It's really, really interesting. So pretty much, something there for pretty much everyone. If you've got kids, seems to be lots to do for kids as well, which is obviously quite good. They do special days where they've got the just different types of cars and things arriving. They've also got things like the hill climbing thing I think they used to do. I'm not sure if they still do that now, but that little hill climb track, which you'll see in part 2, is quite cool and very steep. But yeah, lots to see, and we were there for a good 4 hours. So at least Nick and I can say we've both sat in a Harrier. That was interesting, wasn't it?
Very.
Yeah, a little bit tight. I think if you're a smaller person, you'll be fine. But yeah, it's a little bit of a squeeze in there. I mean, it wasn't too bad, but you feel very,
I felt claustrophobic.
yeah, very in there.
Not a lot of movement.
No. Quite cool. You could move the rudder and stuff. Felt really easy. I guess under pressure is probably a different story. There's a
It's
hurricane.
just too much to learn to try and fly that.
Oh Christ! All those dials and everything. Yeah. So there's a hurricane here.
Choose a challenge.
Yeah.
Design a bomber, do a transport. No, I want a bomber.
Right.
This challenge.
So what we're going to do? We're going to design a plane.
Bomber.
Design a bomber. Number 2. So designing a bomber. Take the challenge. Ooh. Cool. Well, I'll be back with this when we've done it. I'll see what Nick's done as well. So this is my plane that I've designed, apparently. So we've got that there. Large delta wing, six engines, afterburners, and then whatever. And there we go. That's what it looks like. Is yours exactly the same?
I think the wings are different. So
Oh, you've got slightly different wings. There you go. That's quite cool there. But you've done the same. Oh, you got rocket assisted takeoff. You didn't go afterburners.
no.
So mine's probably supersonic, but yours isn't it?
No, but we're quick off the mark.
So that's quite a cool little touch, designing your own plane, bomber, whatever. They've got a projector there just showing you some of the old historic video footage there of things that had been built or flown from Brooklands during the war times and things like that. So massive place, really, really interesting. And next door you've got Mercedes World, which is also quite good. You can stand in the car park and watch people drifting and having experience days and stuff like that. So that was quite cool. So there'll be some video of that later on as well. But yeah, back to the wandering around. Right, active stabilisation is on. This is walking down some stairs and I walk like a bloody elephant. So depending on how smooth that looks, handheld, one hand. How steady this looks. chopper going past. So this was be the old stop-start straight, or the starting straight. They would have come from down there straight up here, and then gone left into the bend, and then round the track that way, and then that's where they still just started their laps. And obviously the pits would be in here somewhere. So if they came in, they would then come into the pits and then get fixed or whatever, and then go back out again. Oh, let's find out.
Otherwise you'll have a reel of bloopers on the end of your video.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. Oh, we're going in. Slippery when wet. Okay, it's not that huge. So it's all the spill when it was a bombing target, basically. This has been renovated. So new. I suppose it gives you an idea. More that way, I suppose. Yeah. So yeah, unfortunately we can only go and see a little bit. What?
Sheet of corrugated iron. One got in the jeep.
There's no way I'm sitting on a bob being towed by a tractor.
The whole one was corrugated iron. Well, they towed them out onto the
And that's how they fit them to the planes?
Wow.
Dragged them across the
Well,
river?
they could do no damage when they blew up.
Oh, okay. Maybe the ones that landed and didn't go bang. Ah. Okay, interesting. So yeah, unfortunately the bunker's very small, and by the looks of it, it's been renovated, so it's there as a memory, I guess. So yeah, very small one. There are a few more around the corner we went into. We have got the hill climb bit around the corner as well that you can walk up to, because there was like a car thing up there. I can't remember who they were now.
Location. Bellman Hangar.
Oh, that's when they moved it in 2016. So I must have come.
So this is all the footings here. You can see
Yeah,
where
they've
they've done
prepared
it.
it. Yeah. So this the hangar was not there. It was here. They've moved it. So I must have come in 2014, 2013. So maybe 10 years ago. Yeah. Blimey, as time flies, eh? So I'm guessing.
Yeah, Stuart, we can go on these.
I don't think you're fitting that way. You just about fitted in a Harrier.
Yeah, with roller skates. Like
One each foot. Yeah. That would be quite funny.
They're pretty cool, aren't they?
Yeah, they are quite fun.
So I'm guessing the stick does the steering, does it? Yeah.
I mean, obviously, most children don't comprehend that, but yeah.
No, they just crash.
Are they like?
Curving.
Are they replicas or originals or?
They're original handmade.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
cool.
they go for quite a lot of money.
I
Really?
imagine they would.
Second-hand stuff.
Wow.
Some of them are handmade as well. By people here, decorated by the volunteers as well.
Yeah.
Unreal, isn't it?
Well, we just sat in the Harrier, so I don't think we're going to squeeze into these. Because they are dinky.
For kids, it's brilliant.
Why,
that.
yeah, absolutely. Quite fun.
Oh yeah, they're spin out.
Trip over them. We could have a fire engine.
Yeah,
you
we've got
could-
a bell as well.
You could get on the
Oh,
back,
yeah,
Stuart, right?
Huh? Nope. Yeah, I'm a child at heart.
Joy, I used to love having a go-kart as a kid. Nice place, isn't there? There's so much here.
Have you been here before?
Well, we're just working it out. About 10 years ago, I came last.
It's changed a lot.
Yeah, oh, it has. Yeah, especially they've moved the hangar.
Yeah,
I was like,
insane,
huh?
yeah.
Yeah.
Have you got anything for the events that are going on?
I
This
looked
year.
I looked online actually.
Are you guys more car people or more?
Cars, well, bit of everything really.
I don't mind anything to take
Yeah.
photos of. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm interested in cars
So
as well.
we have German Day in October, so lots of Audis, lots of BMWs,
Right, yeah.
Volkswagens and stuff. And also we have like
Mercedes
classic-
next door.
Yeah, Ben's World. Yeah, I love driving past there. And we have Classic Day as well, so
Oh, cool.
lots of lovely classic cars.
Is it this weekend some people dress up or something?
People dress up. There will people.
You know, you got, like volunteers, they wear the traditional
yeah.
outfits.
So well, usually it's actually people with job. Like usually it's like the facilitators, so the people in the yellow t-shirts.
Yeah.
When we do our interview, they go, "So how do you feel about putting costumes on?"
As long as I don't dress up as a monkey, it's fine.
Yeah.
yeah, monkey or a
Depends
teddy
what
bear.
it is,
monkey,
yeah.
yeah,
Yeah,
something
so
like
if you see them around, it'll usually
Yeah.
be, they'll be in the costume, they'll be given a character, and they know everything about their character.
Yeah. So I'm guessing this was the fuel stop, was it, for the when they raced?
Yeah.
Really? It's like
Yeah.
mad. Yeah. You can see it here. Look, I've just seen the picture.
Yeah, so obviously there's lots of pit stops, and then this one we haven't actually opened because it's a very, very old building.
So we were trying to work out this straight here. Obviously, they go up through that straight to the circuit. Is that where they started off the race there? Where that tower
It's just
is?
the straight, isn't it, roughly?
Yeah, so there's do you guys live around here?
No.
No.
No, so near Tesco's there's an observation tower. It's not being used at the moment, obviously, but it's a building. It's around there where the track actually started.
Yeah.
And then Brooklands Park, behind Brooklands Park is the actual original track, which is obviously very run
You can
down,
see some of it around.
Yeah. Because these bits are obviously well kept up for the purpose of
looking
showing
at them,
and stuff like that, and for all the bus tours and things like that. But the original track started directly down there. And then you've obviously got the massive, just up here, you've got the massive hill that comes all the way down, which was the entrance hill as well.
Okay.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. Learning stuff all the time as we walk.
I had my prom here.
Did you?
Years ago, but I had my prom
Years
here.
ago.
Years ago.
Yeah, that's alright.
Yeah, that's a cool place. I'm going to say about 10 years ago I came last, I think.
Oh yeah, I used to come here when I was younger, and it's so much has changed.
Yeah.
Because I looked at I think it's only about £50 for the year for a membership.
Yeah, not loads of money. Yeah,
The membership was great.
Two
You
tickets.
think you pay 20 quid anyway,
Yeah.
it's just two tickets.
Once you're a member, up there is the members zone, where there's like special dinners and special talks by
is there?
people.
Alright.
Yeah, and you obviously get like VIP entrance, stuff like that. The memberships are really quite
Yeah,
fun.
it's not a bad price.
Yeah. I see a lot of people that I know around here. A lot of my friends' parents. I go up there and I see them.
Oh,
and I'm
hello.
like, "Hi, Leah."
Cool.
Oh, thank you very much.
Yeah, nice
Alright.
one.
Well, you guys have lived quite far. Sorry.
I'm down in East Sussex. Were you? Southampton.
Southampton.
Yeah.
Wow, that's
So
quite far.
It's only an hour and 20 minutes.
yeah, it's roughly the same for me.
Oh, right.
So I'm like A21, M25,
Yeah.
bored.
Yeah.
And then, so that's alright. It's not take
Yeah.
20 minutes. If we go
Yeah.
home, I'm guaranteed it'll be busy.
Oh, it'll be horrible.
Yeah.
I'm trying to figure out the best one. I'm going to Dorset on Tuesday, so I'm trying to figure out the best time to go to avoid
Early.
all the
Doorsteps
3 o'clock in the morning.
Past,
Stonehenge traffic.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
Just
yeah.
go early. Just go
Yeah.
early, and you can have a little nap when you arrive. That's what I do. Yeah.
Nap when I'm driving, something like that. Get over and have a quick sleep.
Depends on the topic.
So Nick had wandered off, and I was wondering what he was doing. He was actually looking for insects to photograph with the RX10. And there's something to be in here on these ones. We've got all those ants and butterflies everywhere, and they seem to have. You got something? Oh, bee. There's a fly sitting on this bit of grass. Oh, hello.
Are you scared?
What have you found? So either moving really slow and go really wide angle on it.
Yeah, I'm going to go.
Yeah, babe, alright.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I know. It's such a good.
Why wasn't he stroking it?
You can lick it.
No, you're right.
Anyway, so we've now got Concorde over here. So we're going to have a nose that. There was people going on it, but I've been on it before. It's quite good, but there's an old fuel tanker. The AEC Mercury Mark 5 4x2 fueler. You can probably hear the V8 engines. That's the Mercedes world next door, which we'll have a look at before we go home. Aeroplane. Oh, here comes that rain again. Those hangar doors are cool. Look at the old metal shutters.
British Airways Concorde.
Yep, so the old Concorde. Just such a stunning plane. Really cool. We have the London Bus Museum if we want to go and look at that. It is actually, to be honest, I thought it would be a little bit crap, but actually it's quite interesting.
Well, we're going to have a
We'll have a
look.
look, shall we? We'll come back to Concorde in a bit. We've got overtaken by buses. No, to be honest, it's quite cool.